what is happening is the intelligence community, the Department of Justice, and all of the federal agencies, the State Department, have all in the back rooms. I believe they're all occultists. They all belong to secret brotherhoods or secret sisterhoods. But at the end of the day, they've been promised plenty of cash and plenty of prestige and power if they will but just buy the lie. And that is what's going on, in my opinion. The people who are listening to this broadcast have got to understand your children and their grandchildren do not have a future with this people, because only the elite will be allowed to live. Everything in the world of genetics, everything in the world of molecular biology, everything in the world of neurobiology, everything that's being done, they are accelerating their plan to literally put us into a 5G, like I said earlier when we were talking off screen. Imagine a space helmet, and everything in that helmet is designed to make war on your brain, to control you, to read your thoughts, to put thoughts, and ultimately to try you in a pre-crime trial. This is what's going on, and I'm telling people the most important statement I know concerning 5G is the rally cry of all of those who understand the supernatural, in other words, wicked entrapment of mankind is to flee 5G if you want to be free.
I want to talk about free speech under attack. A free speech under attack. We have a full-blown soft coup. Talk about that.
Well, okay, first of all, look at who's being censored. I've been censored dramatically. I received an email, but Alex Jones is the poster child for censorship. You know, I went from having 1.5 billion hits a year on my website now to a little under 100 million. Now, to a lot of people, that's a big deal. But I received an email yesterday, and that basically said, I'm in the, you know, I'm with the military, and you're censored on all channels. You cannot get to you. We're not allowed to get to you. And the thing is if we try and get to you, we get a little notice to appear before the IT to defend why we want to get on your website, Steve. So it's not just me. It's the idea, Greg, that by divorcing humanity from its true history, and that's why I put out this book, the DVD, and this isn't a pitch, but may I just repeat the title? If you understand that the Smithsonian has been the gatekeeper. The title is The Egyptian Presence in the Americas and the Pacific Rim, the Great Smithsonian Cover-Up. For the first time in history, someone has broken rank who's been in the basement of the Smithsonian. This applies to what we're going to talk about, to see the actual Egyptian artifacts, Egyptian mummies, and be told and shown giants, skeletons, but also told that we have giants in the Smithsonian 21 feet tall. In 1877, this is an introduction to where I'm going to go into the secret societies. In 1877, a 21-foot giant with slits like reptilian eyes, tusks that were 6 inches long, and a beard 6 feet long were seen by over 300 witnesses in the Montgomery, Alabama area. And that's in the old newspapers. See, what people have got to understand, the reason why everything is covered up is they have to create a contemporary narrative that is totally divorced from historic reality. And every single artist sketch was based on people that have talked to me over 25 years in the military, unhappy campers in the intelligence community. So when you see the artwork on this, even for instance the island of Dr. Moreau, human animal hybrids have been in existence for a long time. A man came to Bozeman, Montana at around 2000, the year 2000, and with, how should I say this, such nefarious credentials, yet I watched him weep. This is a guy that had his identity changed. He worked for a 3-letter agency and talked to me about the underground bases where human and animal DNA had been combined for hybrids. And he talked about things crying out to me, help me, I'm human. And he said to me, Steve, they weren't human. And I dropped him off at Bozeman's Gallatin Airport, and he was in tears. This guy had to have his face altered due to plastic surgery because he was pretty infamous as a hitter. That is an assassin. So over the years, Greg, the only way I can go with anything is to try and get multiple sources to verify. Now, what is the central theme? He, who I was trying to lead to Jesus, I failed. He told me of how deep involved the occult is and that it controls everything. You go into the history of MKUltra with the CIA. You go into everything that we know. William Casey's statement that we'll know, the former director of the CIA said, we'll know that we've been affected when everything the American people believed is a lie. Aldous Huxley said the ultimate time period of the end would come when pharmacology would take over the control of mankind. Well, again, all those things I'm talking about came from the Genesis 6 narrative. The sons of God, how the daughters of earth were fair, and that's who controls the world behind the scenes. It's not the banking families of Europe. Oh, yeah, they've been instrumental. They yielded their control and their allegiance to Satan. But beyond that, it's a fallen angel. Jesus said a third of the angels fell, a third. So, and we're told that the angels are almost innumerable. So that's a lot of fallen angels. What do? Hang out on clouds waiting for their end, or hang out in hell waiting for the lake of fire? No. They're active. We're told that. But see, people don't want to deal with the fact that technology has a spiritual basis. And the Book of Enoch, which is basically one of the oldest manuscripts found from the, not only manuscripts, but based on the Dead Sea Scrolls and the oldest manuscripts, are explicit in talking about this group of a supernatural group of fallen angels doing their best to destroy mankind because they know they have an end. And so when we're talking about giants, we're talking about extractable DNA of something that was not all human and not all fallen angel, a composite that had a life force that the armies of the world want to incorporate and put that into the soldiers. So it's basically Westworld on super soldier steroids, and that's why it's relevant, because all of it is based on the secret, occult, hidden knowledge of the secret societies from Babylon forward, and prior to that, before the creation of mankind in Genesis 1:1 and 1:2.